Hello there, Sarah from 17 once again, bringing you Act 3 Chapter 2 on my Bulletstorm very hard difficulty video walkthrough. And this one is called A Damn Fine Mess. And let me tell you right now, if you're in this room and you don't have a ton of ammo, you're in a fucking mess. The luxury is, I don't know if this room is timed, I don't know if you have to kill a certain amount of enemies, but the door to my left, the wall, sorry, to my left, what you can see that's a little different colour to the rest of the walls, will get blown through, and a ton of creeps will come rushing in there when you've done this section. So, right now, the first time I played, I had no ammo for my guns, I had no thumpers, I had nothing, and they're all on the roof and you can't leash them, so there was nothing I could do. And I ended up, I mean, it took me about an hour to just like cheese people and stuff, but if you have the leash, as you've just seen, use, well, of course you've got the leash, if you've got a thumper, that's what I should be saying, just thump them. Just make sure you bought a ton of thumpers before you come in this room, make sure you wait until they respawn and you get a ton of guys that are all running around, and then just use your thumper. And the luxury of the thumper is, you can do it while you're in cover, you can do it when you're not necessarily anywhere near the enemies and it'll still knock them up. And I just got screwed then because that explosive barrel didn't go off and I'm getting tagged from the left, so just use as much cover as you can. Wait a couple seconds and then thump again. And that's generally my strategy for this room, is to use all the barrels to try and kill as many dudes as I can, pick off any stragglers, and when I get overrun I use the thumper to send them all into the air and kill them with the fly swatter. And there is a shop there if you've got money. When I was here with no ammo, I didn't have any money, so I was just in the biggest shit tip I've probably been on this game. So make sure you've got a ton of thumpers, because then you can just start spamming it. And you'll easily get the 300 points back if you do it to a crowded group. So I'm probably going to do it now. There we go. Thumper time. Good night. Look at that. Straight up there. That got me 1100 points. No, sorry, it got me 1000 points. And that automatically makes buying a thumper worth it, because you got such a payback on that move. And then when that wall goes through, a ton of the normal creeps will run in, so kill them however you want to. I'm just shooting them with this pistol because, you know, I'm in cover, why not? And then when you come out here, you're treated to some lovely water effects. I do a double take here. Look at that water. Fucking love it. The only water that looks nicer than that water is the one on Killzone 3, because the water on that game is ridiculous. But anyhow, once you pull that lever, a ton of creeps are going to run towards you. And I would probably say, take this section a little slower than I do, because I come in, like Rambo, I kick that dude into water and I get the floater skill shot, which is so funny. And then I go mad, really. Excuse me, fucking sneezing. And as you make your way through here, there's just going to be a ton more creeps, so slide, shot them if you can, then pop their heads, and just be careful, because like that dude was at the side of me then, and I thought he was dead and he wasn't. There's a nice bullet slide. Replenish anything that you've lost if you have the skill points to do it. And then just keep going up these stairs. And now, because I can unlock the charge for the sniper rifle, that's probably what I'm going to be saving up for, because that move can be super effective against groups of enemies and more than one heavy at the same time. And I'm just cruising around here on this balcony. And as you can see, there's a couple more of the flies to shoot that will give you both the achievements when you get them all and skill shots points. But pull the lever, and when the door finally opens, proceed onwards. And we're going to be going towards it's like a furnace room full of creeps, and the first time I got there I didn't have much ammo either and I found it really difficult, but the second time through I had the thumper and I was a little bit more experienced with the game, and it's an easy way of doing this next section, because this is the room. In here basically you start on the balcony and you use a lift to go down, but as you go down there's a ton of creeps and they keep spawning, and there's a good maybe 10 or 15 of the bastards in this room, and they're all cheesy, they all try and rush you sometimes, and that's the second time my charge shots missed, which is pissing me off. And right there, I'm so annoyed that that second one didn't get more than one kill, I was contemplating restarting the checkpoint. That's how mad I was. And like, I'm waiting now for him to line up so I can get a proper charge shot, and I don't feel like I'm a complete failure, and I just think, is it going to work, is it going to happen? That's just one dude. Come on, fellas, line up. And then still another 10 points. Just I would basically say don't even try. Don't even get fancy on experiences like this. Just kill them as quickly as you can and just push forward. There are many more better designed areas to get lovely chain shots. But when you come down here, just be careful because there's a stack of guys, and once you go up onto that little elevated platform that guy's got behind him, there's a couple of entrances that lead down off it, but if you don't get to them, you can't get off. It doesn't just drop down. And I nearly died on a few times on this level the first time through because of that. Because I'm trying to back up, I'm trying to run to my side and it won't let me do it because there was a 1 foot drop in front of me and this dude's got bad ankles or something. So when you get down, basically I guide a couple bullets to thin out the enemies in the room and try and take them down as quickly as I can. And the furnaces in the middle, you can actually knock the enemies into them and it will kill them instantly. But because it's these douchebags, you have to do the leg slide as opposed to the normal leash and kick. And where this guy is here, this is where they try and rush you from. When you go up onto this left area, they will pretty much try and follow you and they'll rush you like these enemies do. So the best thing to do is, if you get overrun at any time in this area, just use your thumper. And your thumper will knock them all up to those fans. Do you see the fan on the roof? And it will shred them. And even if they don't hit the fan, they're up in the air and then you can do the trap shooting skill shot, which is dead useful. But for the safest part to approach this is make sure you have as much sniper ammo as you can and then just use it to use your range advantage on them and take them out. But be careful when you come up here because this is fucking Clip City on this little balcony area, on this little elevated surface. Another headshot, gotta love it. And now they're running away. And this is about the point I realised that, you know, shooting down in the sights with this pistol doesn't turn as quick as some of the other weapons. So you'll notice, instead of staying in sights, I generally come out of the sights and swing the aimer. Because look at that, I can't even keep up with that guy. And that were a headshot, I don't care what anyone says. Come on, game, give me the recognition I deserve. And up they go. There you go, man toast. How good is that one? And that shreds everybody and it's gone quiet. And that's the end of the section. And I'm going to skip that cutscene. So once you've skipped that cutscene, you've now got Trishka with you, the sassy talking lady with the surprisingly, you know, ample bosom, as opposed to having a ridiculous, you know, 2 Zeppelins in a race kind of thing going on. And I read somewhere that was one of the female developers. She literally fought tooth and nail to make sure that character didn't lose any credibility by having dead or alive sized titties. And it's because she's a strong character, she's a powerful character, and you're supposed to respect her as opposed to see her as just this bimbo. And that's why she does have quite normal looking breasts. So there's a little sub story for you. And then you just cruise up here. There's going to be a drop kit to replenish anything you used in that past room. And now you're going to be running around as a little trio. And she's okay, the Trishka lady. She does her job. She's more of a distraction than anything else. And once again, don't rely on them two to kill things. The only time they kill stuff is when you're trying to do a trick shot on somebody and they fuck it up. That is the only time they really seem to do anything effective. And when you come out on top of here, there's a sniper straight away, but you can just kick him off the balcony. Or you can do that, which is equally as good. Excuse me. And this next section is literally a big gunfight down in this courtyard between skulls and creeps, because there's apparently a little bit of a civil war going on between them. It's one of those where the skulls use the creeps as food, and that's pissed off the creeps so much that they kill every human on sight that isn't mutated. But when you're up here, the best thing to do is just kill everybody from your vantage point. You'll notice that I'm not choosing these shots because I don't want to waste my sniper ammo. I would rather go down and lynch those guys. If I see any creeps though, I'm definitely going to be trying to kill them the old-fashioned way with the sniper rifle. But instead, I'm trying to snipe with the pistol, and this is not a precision shooter in my honest opinion. Sometimes the accuracy seems fine, other times it's like Agent Under Fire. And if anybody knows that reference, then they know the hell that was that skittle-firing piece of shit of a gun game. But mantle onwards, go down, just watch your surroundings down here because there's a ton of dudes and they'll probably try and flank you, they'll probably get you in a bad situation, but there's a sneaky bit of ammo there, and there's barbed wire everywhere, and there's also a lovely ledge to kick them off, so leash, kick, repeat ad nauseum. And that's a shotgun guy, so watch him, because they take a lot more ammo than the normal dudes, the shotgun fellas. And I think that's just because they're really fat. So it's an advantage for them. I don't know why I did that then. I could have just shot it and it would have had a better effect, but I get him in the end. And I somehow get a vertigo from that, so it must have knocked him off the edge. And look at that guy go! And there it is, trap shooting, the first time I've done it this playthrough, so I get a nice 250 bonus. And for some reason I thought if I kicked him into the fire it'd give me something good, and it just gives me like 10 points. So look at that, how bad is that? That's got to be a skill shot. And that dude tries to two-piece me, but unfortunately I burst his head. And then just push onwards on this part, and a couple creeps are going to spawn. They're going to get killed by the skulls, because like I said, they are fighting with each other. And you're in the middle. So, a cheeky way of dealing with that one guy there, you can shoot the droid and you'll get the killer news, which is a 500 point skill shot almost every time. And then clean up the rest of the dudes as you will. Here we go. Kicking these crazy looking face painted skulls. There's another shotgun guy, so watch him because he hurts a lot. That's why I've charged my gun, because I know I can shoot him for weeks and he'll just keep coming. So take him out as quick as you can. And this one's a creep, so I try and leash him and I don't realise that it's... Oh no, it's not a creep, it's just a normal skull. Which is refreshing, because by this point you'll probably be as pissed off as I am at fighting the creeps, because I hate anything that dodges the leash. That's the best thing about the burnouts, which are an enemy that are coming up, and I'm not going to say what they are or where they come from or anything, because you'll find that out yourself, but they are an enemy that, if you know how to fight them, you can control every single engagement, and that's why I like them the best. But use cover intelligently on this part and you shouldn't have any problem getting through it, because it isn't challenging, and if you're struggling on this part, there's some fights coming up later on that you're really going to have tough times with, but fingers crossed my guides will help you get through them and you'll have no problems. But look at that, I was bang on his face and it still didn't pop his head. That's just a testament to the whimsical accuracy of this game. But we're coming to the end of the video, guys, so once again thanks you for supporting my channel, and you take care now.